Woke up in my bed. Sunlight streamed through the window. The house was silent. The terrifying grip of the Mongdu was gone, but as I stepped onto the floor, I saw a small waterlogged cloth doll, a tattered antique toy with faded blue stitching for eyes, lying neatly on my pillow. It felt ice cold to the touch. I knew this was the token of the exchange, a residual echo of Thomas's binding. I tried to burn it, but it only released a faint, cold mist that smelled faintly of rain and wet earth. The shadow still lingered. Now, however, the hauntings were subtle. I would be lying in bed, and the doll, sitting on my bedside table, would become intensely cold. Then, the faintest heartbroken whimpering would come from the stitching. This was the signal. When the whimpering started, I knew the shadow was reaching out. But now, the doll was my shield. The moment the shadow's influence pressed near my bed, the doll would vibrate violently, and the whimpering would turn into a silent, icy shriek that pushed the darkness back. I was no longer a victim. I was the new sentry of the house, locked in a perpetual stalemate. I slept with the doll clutched in my hand, accepting my role as the reluctant, living barrier against the terrifying will of the roots. The grand shadow was still waiting. But I knew that as long as I held this cold little cloth doll, I was guarding the sacrifice, and I was ready for the next encounter.